Hey everyone, it's Tony Thomas from the Howland Farmers Market Test Kitchen. Thank you for tuning in today. Today we're collaborating with BJR Mushrooms and Forest View Farmhouse once again and creating a mushroom panzanella salad. Panzanella salad, if you're not familiar with it, is a salad consisting of some type of rustic bread turned into a crouton, some tomatoes, some greens, a little bit of vegetables, and a nice simple vinaigrette dressing. It's one of my favorite things to eat in the spring and summer seasons, and we're really hoping spring is right around the corner. Now what I have here is our mushrooms from BJR Mushrooms, and I have blue oyster mushrooms and golden oyster mushrooms from them from this past weekend, and all I'm doing is tearing them into pieces. I'm not going to take the knife with them and cut them up into small pieces and beat them up because I want them to still have a nice body to our salad. So I'm just going to tear them into pieces and still cook them the way that BJR suggests you to cook them on their little recipe cards that they hand out at their stand. Now, I talked about a panzanella salad having a nice rustic bread turned into a crouton, and I found a small loaf-size roll of ciabatta here at home, and I'm going to turn that into our croutons for our salad today. We're going to dice it into a large dice, oil it, salt and pepper it, pop it in the oven for about 15 minutes at 350 until it's nice and crunchy. Let's talk really quickly about dressings. A vinaigrette is super easy to make, and that's what we're going to make today for our mushroom panzanella salad. And we're going to use a good olive oil and a white balsamic vinegar to flavor our vinaigrette. Now, a standard vinaigrette is super easy. It's 1 part acid and 2 parts of fat, in this case oil. So what I have here in my measuring cup is about 1 tablespoon of Dijon mustard, and we're going to add to that about 2 tablespoons of your choice of vinegar. Apple cider vinegar, white balsamic vinegar, regular balsamic vinegar. It's really up to you depending on what types of flavors you want in your vinaigrette. And then we're going to add to that about 4 tablespoons of a good olive oil while we whisk this. Now, while you're whisking, you want to make sure you're incorporating all of that oil. You don't want your oil to separate from your mustard and your vinegar. If you've never made a vinaigrette before, feel free to measure these ingredients for the vinaigrette in advance. If you're comfortable eyeballing it, just go ahead and eyeball it just like I'm doing. We're going to season with a little salt and pepper. Our croutons are done in the oven. And this will be our dressing for our salad. Now it's time to compile together the base of our salad. All salads have a base, and in my bowl I have a little bit of baby arugula that we're going to take our sunflower microgreens from Forest View Farmhouse and add those two to add a little bit of a different flavor and crunch to our greens. They come in these nice little containers. Wash the greens, put them back in the container, store them in your refrigerator. They hold up great. So we're going to add our sunflower microgreens right to our arugula. And then we're going to put some shredded radicchio right in there to add some color. And once we have the base to our salad composed, we're going to take our dressing that we made and lightly toss those greens in that vinaigrette. Give it a stir to coat the greens, and we'll be ready to start building our salad once the mushrooms are done. Now it's time to put our salad together. It's finally done. We've composed our greens with our dressing, baby arugula, sunflower microgreens from Forest View Farmhouse, and some shredded radicchio. Put it on a platter of your choosing or a plate. Now we're going to top our salad with the ingredients. So I took those blue oyster mushrooms and golden oyster mushrooms from BJR Mushrooms. I put them in a pan with some olive oil, salt, and pepper and cooked them just how their recipe card says to. Got them a little bit crispy, and I kept them a little bit bigger because we're putting them on our salad. I let them get to room temp because we don't want our hot mushrooms to make our greens soggy. So we're going to sprinkle those around to top our salad. They're nice and crispy. They're just the right temperature. They go great with these salad greens. On top of that, we're going to add some tomatoes to that. I want a little bit of sweetness to counteract the bitterness from the greens and the acidic taste from our vinaigrette. So I have some dried cranberries and dried cherries here that I'm going to put on there. And now for our ciabatta croutons that we made. And then I realize goat cheese is an acquired taste, so if there's any other cheeses that you would prefer to put on the salad other than goat cheese, maybe a feta or a blue cheese, I encourage you to play around with that and do that. But today we're just going to take some goat cheese and add some crumbles over the top. This salad is nice to serve as a side salad, maybe with a chicken dish or maybe before a pasta course. And it's something that I think whoever you're serving it to will really enjoy. The salad is now done. It's plattered. It's ready for service. Look at those nice greens on there, the cranberries and cherries, the mushrooms, the croutons. It all comes together nicely to go along with your dinner. Thank you for tuning in once again to the Howland Farmers Market Test Kitchen, where we collaborated with BJR Mushrooms and Forest View Farmhouse to come up with this simple and delicious mushroom panzanella salad. Stop by the farmers market and pick up your favorite ingredients and make creations of your own. And don't forget to share it with us on our social media platforms. And just remember, shop local, eat fresh, and have fun while you're doing it at the Howland Farmers Market.